We don't aim to solve all the world's problems, but we do offer you peace of mind, hope, laughter, and ideas on how you can help improve circumstances and communities. Good change is for you. For us, we take to heart your concerns about anger, injustice, and helplessness, the pain that we each feel, and give you something better to witness, something better to believe in. In many ways, this podcast is the opposite of self-help. It's us help. We draw attention to kindness, to the better angels of our nature. We swap stories that bring smiles, deep breaths, inspiration, and ideas to help us evolve. We introduce you to people who are positively transforming lives, leaders of movements, or everyday heroes who are making change. Good change. Good change highlights the common ground we share, the unlimited positive impact of a single person, and the greater good. Welcome to Good Change, a podcast about making a world of difference. Please welcome your host and good change maker, Ken Streater.
Hi, everybody. It's Ken Streater with the Good Change podcast. Happy Memorial Day weekend. This show is actually going to air a little bit afterwards. So those of you that are watching on video, you might see a little bit different background than our normal studio. We're at home recording this. And another reason that I've decided to record this at home is we have a small rental property in Redmond, Oregon. And as you know, this is the Good Change podcast, and we like to draw attention to people that are doing good things in the world. And I had one of the more remarkable things happen to me when it comes to service and goodness and just members in the community going beyond the call in order to provide goodness and just exceptional quality customer service, whatever you want to call it. We this rental property we have had a drain problem. We called our local Mr. Reuter office and asked them to schedule a tour or a visit rather in order to figure out what was wrong and whether or not they could fix it. We called on a Tuesday and they said they'd be able to get somebody out there on a Thursday. And Tuesday afternoon, I was given this message or left this message on my phone about Mr. Reuter and what we were probably what I thought when I saw the message going to need to do to be able to be prepared for them coming out to the rental property in a couple of days. So I invite you to listen to this voicemail.
Hi, Kim. This is Cambria calling from Mr. Reuter Plumbing. I just wanted to call and let you know we had a technician over in Redmond this afternoon.
Again, this is about
and he stopped by 705
rental property in Redmond,
Street.
Oregon.
Just want to let you know, no charge to you. He went ahead and did the work for free. So I just wanted to give you the update on that. It is done for now. If you have any other questions, give us a call. Thank you. Bye.
When I listen to newscasts or watch the nightly news, which I try not to do, or read a newspaper, you never see that. You never hear about that. You never watch that kind of story. This is a locally owned company, Mr. Reuter franchise, that went out and fixed a problem at our rental property that is lived in by a couple of older folks, and they were hoping to get it fixed as quickly as possible. So not only did they go out on the same day that we called after saying they wouldn't be able to get somebody out there for a couple of days, but they did the work for free. There's a lot of goodness in the world, and there's opportunity after opportunity on our podcast, the Good Change podcast, to be a party to that, to listen and watch to people who are leading change in their business culture or in their community. They're inspiring us via adventures. There's just an opportunity for all of us to shift the narrative by listening to what is happening out there, the reality of it, and that is having good people, your neighbors, good local business people, your friends and family, and then as evidenced by the guests that we've had on the show, people around the world who are providing goodness. So hats off to Mr. Reuter in Bend, Oregon. And we're also excited to tell you about this hat that's on my head. If you can't see it, it's a beautiful ball cap, great for summer wear. It says Good Change and has our logo on it. It comes in a variety of colors: tan, putty, Caribbean blue, steel blue, and we want to give you a hat. We have had some remarkable reviews left on the different podcast apps that are humbling and illustrate to us that we're doing a good job with this show, that our guests are resonating with our followers. So if you go onto the podcast app of your choice and leave a review, we'll send you a ball cap free of charge. We want you to do that because we want you to be inspired to listen, but then also to be inspired to tell the world about this podcast and the difference that it's making. As mentioned earlier, the guests that we've had today have been remarkable. Just last week's episode featured Kylan Hunter, who is a professor at the U.S. Air Force Academy, who was the first female Cobra attack helicopter pilot in the Marines, and is a veteran, combat veteran. She spoke to us about the lunacy, the idiocy of guns on our streets and the rampant amount of gun violence. And she shared ideas about what it is that each one of us can do to make a difference there. We've talked to education system leaders. We've talked to sustainability experts. We've talked to business owners who are changing work cultures. And then in the shows coming up, we've got coming up very soon a leader in the mental health industry who's going to be talking with us about how mental health care has now become far more commonplace and available and accessible to just about anybody and everybody that can benefit from it, which is probably every single person out there. And that's an example of good change. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and she said she's taken a course from a Stanford lecturer named BJ Fogg. And one of the things that he has been illustrating through this course is that change is a skill. And when I first heard that, I thought, man, that sounds like it's kind of a hard thing to do. Change is a skill. And then I realized, no, it's not hard to change. And it is, in many cases, fairly simple to develop skills in order to change. And I thought about when I became a river guide, how much fun it was to learn those skills. And when I became a teacher, how fun it was to learn those skills. And, I think about people who are gardening. I think about people who are learning how to paint, learning how to lead companies, learning how to play music. And all of that requires a change, and change is a skill. And so if you're trying to create good change, and change is a skill, then I think it's important to just recognize that it doesn't have to be hard to create good change. That's what this podcast is all about. We're inviting you to invite friends to listen, to subscribe, to leave reviews. The goal is to change the narrative to more accurately represent who we are as a community, as individuals, and that is people who are good at heart and just want to be able to share that goodness. So thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, all you got to do is go to kenstreater.com or one of our social media pages and reach out to us and say that you've left a review, and we'll send you one of these stylish ball caps. Hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. Hats off to the veterans, hats off to each one of us for trying to create good change. Talk to you soon.
With every show, we ask our guests to share a video of them doing something fun. One of their favorite songs, a few lines from a book they enjoyed, or a scene from a great movie. Something that matches their hopes, dreams, and good work. And then we give this to you. Because laughter and beauty soothes, heals, and changes us. You can find and unwrap this gift on any of our social media sites. Thank you for participating in this podcast. Until next time, keep an eye out for change, good change, and join our movement at kenstreater.com.